Like if you're out there and you haven't asked the guy before, honestly, cannot recommend it enough. I felt like Queen Nefertiti or like Shelob the spider from Lord of the Rings, and it was like bringing a guy back to my lair.
Hey, I'm Nat.
I'm Coops.
My name is Ayeesha.
My name is Alexandra.
Are you dateable?
I would say so.
Doll, I think I am dateable.
I reckon I'm 100% dateable. I don't know if most women feel this way, but sometimes I like think about myself and I'm like, damn, I reckon she might be a catch.
If you're getting in the ring, you've got to back yourself. That was so Aussie. Wow.
You're just an Aussie gal.
Just an Aussie gal.
Just a dateable Aussie gal. So why is dating in 2020 so hard?
Because pandemic.
We haven't been able to go to bars or go to other places where you meet people.
And also I think people are just reassessing their values and maybe they're like, I don't need to date someone right now.
What's the best and worst part about modern dating?
I think the best and the worst parts are the same thing in a way. We have so much selection now, but then at the same time, because we're so used to that and we're so overexposed to that,
Everyone else also has a lot of options, so you have a lot of competition.
I'd say the best part is like ease of accessibility. I guess that's also a con, and so you can go through people a lot faster. So I guess like the consistency in terms of relationships is a lot lower than it was back in the day with like my parents' generation, for example.
What's an ideal first date?
Just someone who's not stingy
Or a vibe is important. Like I think it's tough to go on a second date without a vibe.
and someone who's not wearing Oakley sunglasses. Is this why I'm not on any dates? I don't know.
Going on adventures, basically, just being consistently spontaneous. I think that's really, really fun.
personally, I like to pick something where I can like flex a little bit so you can give someone insights into what you're like as a person. I might go like axe throwing so that he can see my primal rage and he can know that, if we're in a post-apocalyptic scenario that I can thwart his enemies for him.
When is dating a relationship?
Ooh,
Dating is a relationship when you've been seeing someone consistently for, I'd say, 3+ months.
Look, here's the thing. I personally like to wrap that shit up by like day 2 or 3 because I just don't want to waste my time. Like I've got hobbies.
I'm pretty busy, so I don't like to go on a lot of dates in a short amount of time. I need to like spread it out. Like I want to kind of miss you a bit. Pretty much I get bored of everyone really quickly.
Wow, relatable.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm never getting a date after this.
When does dating become serious?
could be the first date, could take 3 months, could take 2 years, it really depends on who you're seeing, how you're talking and how you're communicating.
I think it always helps to define your terms of engagement really early on.
If you've met their friends, they've met your friends. If you've like baked a cheesecake for their family, I don't really do that. I've never done that before in my life. I'm not sure why I said that.
I think actually if someone meets your grandparents, that's serious.
When do dating apps work?
In lockdown, dating apps was so handy. Like I jumped on Bumble, I was talking to heaps of guys. I think a lot of people meet their partners at work or in hobbies and things like that. So if those aren't really options for you, I think dating apps are a great way.
Like if you're trying to get a hookup, then that works all the time.
And when do dating apps not work?
When you stop using them.
It doesn't work when they message you really infrequently. It doesn't work when you are constantly deleting the apps.
Honestly, I don't use dating apps too often, only when I'm really bored and I'm procrastinating. That's usually when I'm swiping.
Guys get this idea, like who told them this? Who was like, you need to have like picture with a dog, doesn't matter if it's not yours. You need to be like hiking somewhere and you need to have like a gym selfie. They work when people are just authentically their real self, because that's the whole point of it. You want people to see your personality.
Is dating good for you?
Yeah, dating's good for you. It's fun. Get you out of your comfort zone. Meet someone new, tell a few jokes, have a few drinks.
Definitely can meet some toxic people, so in that regard, it's not good.
I think you should date around and see like what's out there, learn about what's good for you, what you'll accept and what you won't. Because, I mean, your life partner is probably the biggest commitment you'll ever make.
How is dating different from a friendship?
It's tricky as well, because in a relationship, ideally the other person is your best friend. But I think what makes it a relationship is the physical chemistry. I think it's that next level of emotional connection.
This is the best question because I'm actually dating my friend. Look, I think friendship is a really important foundation for any kind of relationship. I think where a relationship differs is that you both have a more significant commitment to each other.
What are dating apps missing?
If dating apps could store like identification cards of like people in case something like bad happens, they can always offshoot that to authorities. At the end of the day, you don't really know who you're meeting. You only have that initial like impression that you see in a photo.
Do you know what would be really cool in dating apps? There's a feature where you can send them like a coffee or like a bottle of wine or something without having to like swap addresses. Send someone a meal or a coffee or something and you guys like have them together on like a virtual date. Bumble, hit me up, I've got some ideas.
You know, if someone gets booted for not responding, it would be good for vetting out those people who are like, oh no, I was just busy with work. And it's like, you weren't busy with work. Everyone has their phone on them 24/7.
What signs do you think what star signs do you think make the first move?
From the people that like do chase me, they're usually like Virgos, a few Scorpios, some Saggies. Like I'm a Cancer, so an emotional ball basically.
Well, I'm a Virgo. I often make the first move because I'm very impatient and I just would like an answer.
Fire signs, baby, I'm an Aries. We're in there. In there like a dog on heat. Should I say that? Is there another analogy?
Tauruses, I reckon. Maybe Scorpios, because they're like these ones. I'm literally just talking about the animals. I have no idea. What are the other ones? The scales? Nah, they wouldn't. The Libra, they'd be like, oh, I don't know. Do I go from? No, I don't know about that one.
Should women make the first move?
Look, I think so, why not? We're in the 21st century.
I mean, it's always nice to be chased, and I think men also enjoyed that. Like my last relationship, I made the first move and then boom, got into a relationship. You know, it can work in your favor, ladies, so.
Ask someone out, I think it's fine. I'll make the first move. It doesn't always go very well. But that's life. And you know what? Get knocked down, get back up again. What would Rihanna do? She's dating a billionaire, why should I even mention that? Yeah.
I think the girls should be making the first move so much more often. Like, you be the alpha. Like, don't be the Stacey, be the Chad. Like, if you're out there and you haven't asked the guy before, honestly, cannot recommend it enough. I felt like Queen Nefertiti or like Shelob the spider from Lord of the Rings, and I was like bringing a guy back to my lair. Just get on Bumble, throw some messages out to some roosters.
Slide straight in those DMs. Like I love a fire emoji reaction. If someone's giving you fire emoji reactions, they're into you. Dating is fun, it's awesome. Get out there, give it a crack, but be safe, kids.
Just like be yourself. If you're a psycho who needs to text every nanoseconds, well, it's better that someone knows that now.
Just be you.
Just, hey, listen, just be yourself.